Hello everyone and welcome to a new lesson with Miss Rafa. Today we're going to take the second part of Unit 10, Record Breakers. So open your student book on page 85 and let's get started together. Today we're going to start with grammar, giving background information. حكينا من قبل إنه لنعطي الخلفية عن حدث صار بالماضي باستخدم الحاضر التام البسيط. اليوم رح ناخد زمن تاني واللي هو الحاضر التام المستمر. فيكن تشوفوا القاعدة بدرس منفصل وارجعوا لنحل الأنشطة. Exercise 1. Read extracts 1 to 3 below from the report about Bernard Hinault and answer these questions. He had worn the prestigious yellow jersey. لاحظوا إنه زمن الجملة had زائد الفعل بالتصريف الثالث، يعني زمن ماضي تام بسيط. Past perfect simple. He had secured his place as one of the best cyclists in the world. had زائد الفعل بالتصريف الثالث زمن ماضي تام بسيط. They include details of the difficulties he had encountered on the way. had encountered had زائد الفعل بالتصريف الثالث زمن ماضي تام بسيط. خلينا نجاوب عن الأسئلة. Which verb tense is used in all these extracts? Past perfect simple. Had plus verb 3. Which main verb event do you provide background to? قلنا أنه بنستخدم الحاضر التام البسيط لنوفر خلفية للحدث اللي صار أصلاً بالماضي. 1 and 2 by the time he retired. 3 before he retired. إذا ركزنا على الحدث فمنلاحظ أنه الجملة الأولى والثانية عم تحكي عن أحداث بوقت التقاعد. أما الجملة الثالثة فعم تحكي عن أحداث قبل وقت التقاعد لما كان يواجه الصعوبات. Question 2. Suggest explanations for these facts about Hinault's career using the words in brackets. Make sentences using verbs in the past perfect simple or the past perfect continuous. From a young age, Hinault was dedicated to his training program. We're going to use always, want, be, cyclist. He had always wanted to be a cyclist. طبعا فعل want لا يقبل الاستمرار فبستخدم حصرا زمن ماضي تام بسيط. At the start of his career, in the 1970s, Hinault made a sponsorship deal with a top bicycle company. The company had seen great potential in the young rider. طبعا الفعل see لا يقبل الاستمرار. زمن ماضي تام بسيط. After each victory, Inu didn't take all the credit for himself. A brilliant team had been supporting him throughout. طبعا throughout بتدل على أنه طوال الوقت بهديك الفترة، معناها عندي استمرارية، فبستخدم زمن ماضي تام مستمر. When he didn't win the Tour de France in 1986, Inu decided to retire. He had lost to his greatest rival. طبعا هو خسر وخلص، ما في استمرارية بعملية الخسارة. After retirement, he started writing books. He had learned many things during his career. طبعا عملية التعلم تمت وانتهت، ما في استمرارية لأنه هو تقاعد عن العمل. Question 3. Working with a partner. Discuss what might have happened leading up to these events and then write sentences using verbs in the past perfect simple or continuous. You will need to use your imagination. By 1979, Eddy Merckx had broken more records than any other cyclist in history. Before he retired, his victories included 35 stages of the Tour de France and 11 Grand Tour victories, the most prestigious races in cycling. He had trained consistently hard for many years. He had defeated every other cyclist of his generation. He had gained a reputation as a very skilled competitor. In 1986, Michael Usher was the first Westerner to cross the Sahara Desert from west to east on a camel. Before he set off his journey across the Sahara, Michael Usher had probably learned how to ride a camel. He had traveled to Sudan. He had lived with the tribe who taught him about life in the desert. Now let's move on to speaking, making difficult choices. Introduction, the situation. Read the scenario. How would you react if you were in this situation? Omar and Mazen are driving across the Syrian desert in their 4x4 vehicle when a sandstorm, very common in the area, blows up. There is nothing they can do about the weather, and unfortunately, sand gets into the engine. Despite their best efforts, the engine simply will not start, and so they are forced to change their plans. The two men are still 30 kilometers away from their destination. That's around 12 hours walking. They know that it is located to the north. However, they are forced to abandon the car and continue the journey on foot, carrying all that they can with them. They have supplies in the car, but can only take with them what will fit in their backpacks. The weather is extremely hot, making walking by day very difficult, but they are in good health and fit enough to walk 30 kilometers under normal conditions. In contrast, the desert is very cold at night, and temperatures can become dangerously low. The two men have some difficult decisions to make. Each has room in his bag for 3 items, and has to choose from the 11 items they have in the car. Question 1. Look at the illustration. Make a list of the 6 items that Omar and Mazen should take with them for the rest of their journey. These are the items: a radio transmitter, a pair of binoculars, water, 2 people for 1 day, a video camera, a first aid kit, food, 2 people for 1 day, compass, a lighter, a thick coat, 2 blankets, a tent for 2 people. With a partner, compare individual lists. Which items are on both lists? Make a final list of the 6 items that they should pack. Give a reason why you have chosen each item. Using information in the text, try to persuade your friend that your choices are the right ones. Use expressions from the useful language box on page 87. Now let's see the useful language box. Explaining a choice. I take the because we really need the to plus verb. Presenting arguments. Would it be a good idea to take? It might be a better idea to take. If we don't take the, might happen. Agreeing and disagreeing. I agree. Yes, you're right. Okay, I see what you mean, but I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't think we'd ever use the. Why don't we leave the and take the instead? Now let's move on to the last skill, which is writing. Writing a response to an advert. Task. You're going to write a response to an advert for a place on a Syrian expedition. to the summit of Mount Everest. One. Read the advert below. The advert is from an imaginary society called the Syrian Adventure Club. How does the advert grab your attention? Do you have what it takes? Are you the kind of person who loves a challenge? Do you crave adventure and excitement? Do you long for the chance to prove yourself? If the answer to these questions is yes, then you could be just what we're looking for. The Syrian Adventure Club, along with its team of experienced mountaineers, is planning a challenging and arduous expedition to the summit of Mount Everest, and we're looking for motivated, strong-willed individuals to assist us. This is the chance of a lifetime to experience one of the planet's most magnificent environments and to take part in an amazing feat of human endeavor. If you think you have what it takes, please write, telling us why you should be chosen for this expedition, what skills and attributes you will contribute, and how you will cope with the huge effort such an expedition entails. Replies should be about 200 words. Expeditions Manager, Syrian Adventure Club. Read the advert again and discuss these questions in small groups. What type of personality and skills do you think are important for this challenge? What do you think you would learn from the expedition? Three. Write your reply in about 120 to 150 words. Check your letter for grammar, punctuation, and spelling errors. Exchange letters with a partner and discuss both. What's good and bad about your partner's reply? What suggestions do you have for improvement? You can use the useful language box on page 87. That's everything for today. Thanks for your time. See you in the activity book, inshallah.